Hey everyone, in today's video, we are going to answer some very common Java concepts like what is finally block, why do we use it, and where should we use it. So, if you are confused about try, catch finally, or think finally is just some optional block, this video will make it super clear. So think of Java programs like ordering food in a restaurant. So you place an order, that is your try block. Something goes wrong in the kitchen, that is the catch block. But whether or not the food comes, you will still pay the bill or clean the table. That is the finally block. So finally is like saying no matter what happens, error or no error, I will definitely do this one thing. So what is the finally block in Java? So we can say the finally block is a part of Java's exceptional handling system. So we can say, so I'm just putting it as a comment here. Finally block is a part of Java's exception handling system. Fine. So you can say it is used with try catch. It is used with try catch to define code that should always run. To define code that should always run. Fine. To define code that should always run whether an exception happens or not. So let's see this. So it is basically used for the things for what we use this finally block. So it is basically used for closing the files or closing database connections or for releasing memory or for like cleaning up temporary resources. So I'm taking a first example. This is finally example and basically I will be using this without exception. Okay, so this is my first example without exception. Okay, so let's suppose I will write my code try and you can give here inside try block with int a equals 10 by 2. Fine. And so definitely this will be not be going to show you any sort of error. So no exception here because this division is valid. And then you just give system.out.println result concatenate with a and we give catch exception e. So this basically is skipped because no error occurred. So now we'll print system.out.println, that is inside catch block. And now finally, so always runs no matter what. So you will see inside finally block. Fine. So let's run this and see. So you could see here inside try block, fine, and then result is 5, and then it haven't gone inside the catch block. Definitely it won't go because it is not throwing any sort of exception. Then it gone to finally block. So though we have not got any exception, then to finally block executed. Now let's suppose if we take another example, like if I say finally example 2. So we will give here try system.out.println inside try block. So definitely team, this will be going to throw the arithmetic exception. So this will throw arithmetic exception. Then you will do one thing, just print here result. Exception E. So this basically catches the error and prints a message. So just give here system.out.println, and then you can give inside catch block. Fine. And now just give finally block. So finally will still run, always runs no matter what. So you can just give here inside finally block. Fine. Now let's run this and see. So you could see inside try block and then inside the catch block, it is just showing me the exception because I was just trying to get this. So java.lang.arithmetic exception, that it is showing because number is divisible by 0. It's divided by 0. So it is showing the arithmetic exception, and again see, though it got an exception, it entered the catch block, then to finally block gets executed. So team, now let's say you open a file or a database connection and you must close it even if an error happens in the middle. So I'm giving you another example for this. So like finally file example. So now let's suppose I'm saying java.io.file input stream FIS equals null. Let me give a main function here. Fine. So do one thing, in fact, don't make it, just make it global here. Now, or wait, let us start from here only. Okay. Now inside this you can give one try block. Inside the try block you could say fis equals new java.io.file input stream. For example, I have kept any file as myfile.txt. And int data equals fis.read. Fine. Now you can give here read first byte. Read first byte. And you can put catch block here with an exception. You can give something went wrong. And then finally block. So inside the finally block I can say you can just once again give a try block, and you can give if your file input stream, that is fis, is not equal to null. So in that case you can give fis dot close and file, you can say now file closed successfully. File closed successfully. And catch exception E, and you can give here system.out.println, then error while closing file. Perfect. So what I'm trying to do, this will open a file in try, it handles error in the catch, it closes the file in finally to make sure it always gets closed. So this will prevent the resource leakage, a very important concept in the real world coding. So let's see. So this was what expected. So file not found exception because I haven't created this sort of file, and file successfully closed. Okay, file successfully got closed. Perfect, understood. So now here comes the question, when should you use finally? So always use finally when you have code that must run no matter what, is like something related to cleaning up, like here I have just closed the file, and closes things like files, sockets, or for example database connections. Now team, there is a condition. Let's suppose if there is no catch, can we still use finally? Let's see. So again I'm just gonna create one more class here, and we can give here finally no catch. Okay, now we can give here try block, and the try block I can say trying something risky. Then finally I'm not using catch here. This always runs even without catch. Fine. So finally can be used with or without catch. So there is no necessity of catch if you want to use finally. I mean, it's not necessary. So with a single try, you can use finally. So finally can be used with or without catch. Just wanted to tell you that. I hope you all understood this part. So it just needs a try. So let's run this and see. So you could see here, trying something risky, this always runs even without catch. Perfect. So finally is the cleaner in a restaurant. Whether food is served or not, he will still clean the table. It always runs whether an exception occurs or not. It is used to release resources, close files, clean up memory, and handle must run code, the necessary code. I hope you now clearly understood what the finally block does in Java. If this really helps you, if really helped you, please do me a favor, hit that like button, drop a comment if you still have doubts, and don't forget to subscribe for more Java and SDET videos that will make you understand the concepts more easier in a very better way. Thank you all. Thanks everyone.